Hey there guys, I'm SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Super Mario Sunshine. Last time, we made our way back over to Bianco Hills, explored the area some more, and we were greeted by some black goop, just like what we're seeing over the beach, over in the docks. The boathouse was sunk underground thanks to this goop. Now we gotta go over to the beach and clear it up here. And in fact, the Depths Alert is even talking about the same thing. According to new information, the lighthouse on the eastern coast has disappeared. Investigations are now underway. AKA, Mario's over here cleaning up the beach because no one else wants to be bothered. We can save Toad here and get some information from him, but unfortunately, the moment we feed him from the goop, he sinks back down because the goop rematerializes around him. So, sorry Toad, you're gonna have to stay there in the goop for a while. Can't really do much except fight the 5th piranha plant goop creature in a row. What is with the developers of this game having a big fascination with this goop piranha? It has been everywhere we've turned around. Every time, man, I can't get away from this thing. We know the drill at this point. Shoot this one 6 times, 3 times once, goes into phase 2, shoot him another 3 times, all in the mouth. Doing so, he will be defeated. Take care of the children around him here, just shoot down the swooping stews so they don't attack you, and that is that. Look up in the sky, you'll see a floating rock of some kind. Don't know why that's up there, but now with the lighthouse, it has something to sit on. But that is that. Now we can go ahead and free our Toad friend here and see what he has to say. Thanks, Mario. That's it? No reward? Not even like a coin? Maybe a mushroom? I mean, you are mushroom people. Maybe you can carry mushrooms. I don't know how that works. But yeah, we don't really get anything. Doesn't even tell us any information. A little unfortunate. You can spray the M here and go into a new area, but instead, I'm gonna head back over to Bianco Hills and continue exploring over there. As of right now, go ahead, open our map. We can go ahead and check out the area's description. This lush community of villas is located at the foot of Corona Mountain. Its famous windmills spin peacefully in the gentle sea breezes. Sounds like a peaceful place until you realize it's been overgrown by a bunch of enemies. But we can see right now we have 4 Shine Sprites in total in Bianco Hills, so I want to go back and get more. But while we're here on the map, let's get a description of the Fino Plaza. Tourists get off the ferries here in Isle Delfino's largest city. Attractions include the Shine Gate and Grand Piranha statue. We can see some of that stuff in the distance, but we haven't really had much of a chance to take a look at all that up close and personal because we've kind of been busy here. Got a lot of different things to work around here, so go back over to Bianco Hills and enter a new episode here. Episode 4, Red Coins of Windmill Village. We already know how red coins work, as back in the secret episode, there was a secret shine that had red coins for us to collect. We collect 8 of these things, and we get ourselves a Shine Sprite. So, that's what we're going to be doing here. Collecting 8 red coins gives us a shine. If I can maybe make this jump at one point in my life, we can get up here a little bit faster. Here we get ourselves something new. This blue box wasn't here before, and in fact, we get close to it, F.L.U.D will tell us all about it. This is one of my nozzles, the GAD Science Ink Hover Nozzle, which kind of a little redundant because we already have the hover nozzle, but if you pick up a hover nozzle when you already have it, it'll refill your water to max. That's all we'll do for right now. Later on, that blue box will have a use. Excuse me, sir, can I talk? There are red coins all over the place, aren't there? Weird. I mean, not really too weird for us because that's a good thing. We want to collect these coins, and doing so, we already know the rewards. So let's go ahead and follow these trail of red coins, and that's the easiest way for us to get these, as they're kind of in pretty much a straight path, which really does help in our sake. That's already coin 4. We're doing pretty good on the coins collection so far. But over here, we see a new box. This here is one of my nozzles. Oh, you can't use it yet. It's only a hologram. But while we stare at a hologram, wind is wanting to kill us. The wind enemies in this game, I swear, they're like some of the most annoying things to deal with because there's not much we can do here. All we can really do is shoot it down from the sky and it'll disappear. But these things can appear in a lot of different areas, and they will swoop at Mario to attack, so the best thing to do is just try to avoid them at all costs. Down here, we got ourselves another box. This here is a red box that's, yet again, only a hologram, so we can't really do anything with that box just yet. The only one we have access to is the blue one, which is our hover nozzle. But since we already have the hover nozzle, doesn't really do much for us right now. But this here will want to go ahead and spray this windmill contraption here, and by doing so, the platform will move that we are standing on, which will allow us to get a red coin. Now we can do the same to move this set of platforms around so we can get over to this ledge pretty easily, but we could just make this jump, which makes things a lot easier on us. So I do see a red coin there and a blue coin in this building. I'm gonna just ignore the blue coin as of right now. I'm not really interested. Thought I could make that jump, but unfortunately couldn't really grab the ledge. But I grabbed this coin, which will give us our shine of this episode. So now, let's just go ahead and make our way over there. So I'm gonna go ahead and line myself up here. Missed the jump apparently, but I can just grab onto this rope and pull myself up. So luckily, if you're in range of the rope, you could just grab it. And what I like doing on these is jump in the air, do a lunge, which will send you flying, and then just keep on doing that in repeat succession to cross very fast and easily, which helps because there's a spinning saw blade on that and we don't want to get hit. But there you go. That's our shine of episode 4, giving us 6 in total. And I wish I could sit down like these toads. I've been busy going back and forth into Bianco Hills doing all the hard work, and the toads are just sitting around just taking in the sun. Man, I wish I could do that on my own vacation. For now, we have to head back into Bianco Hills for episode 5. Petey Piranha Strikes Back. We remember Petey Piranha. He was here in episode 2, up on the windmill, in fact. This time around, he's chilling out on one of the sides of the mountain, so, doesn't really look that angry. In fact, I don't know what it means by strike back, because right now it looks like he's just striking a nap. I don't like where he's napping though, so you know what? I'm gonna interrupt his nap with some flashy movement. There you go. I've been trying to do that like every other episode. Finally, I got the movement I actually want. What I like doing is as soon as you land from a jump, spin your control stick, and then you get a spin jump right out of it. So for me, I like doing the spin jump immediately from a normal jump to give me a lot of momentum and height. It's a really cool maneuver. Doing so, we got up here pretty easily, and here we got another piranha just kind of in the water. I'm gonna be very careful not to get hit from these enemies, but there you go. Sir, can you get off my nozzle? This feels a little awkward. Oh, you saved me. Thanks a bundle. You know, you're gonna explain what this thing is? I have several questions. Do you get off if I swap nozzles? In fact, you do. So these things here, these are called points. And a poink will attract the F.L.U.D only on the standard nozzle mode here, not on the hover. So, using one of these, we can go ahead and fill it up with water and shoot off into the distance as a projectile. I think you see where this is going. Charge up a shot, aiming at Petey, and have him rudely awaken. Now he's coming my way. I'm going to shoot him one more time, one of these. Get him. Well, don't hit your fellow poink enemies, but yeah, this has no effect on this thing. Or at least while it's moving, according to F.L.U.D. So I'll keep one of these on my nozzle. So at this point, Petey's just going to fly all around the area here. Not exactly sure where he's going, but he's just kind of on a trip. When you hear him going like that specifically, where he's gasping for air, shoot him with water. Doesn't matter if you have one of the points on your F.L.U.D or not, you want to hit him with the water from F.L.U.D. As we can see here, there's a tornado in the area. Okay, I didn't get a tornado warning. I guess my phone isn't working. Oh wait, no, I left my phone back in the prison cell. That's why I didn't get a warning. If you get too close to Petey, he will actually spawn a tornado in the area, but it's the same song and dance as when we fought him in the windmill. You want to go ahead and just fill him up with water when he opens his mouth. Doing so, he'll get all bloated, ground pound his stomach, do this 3 times in succession, and he'll be defeated. But unfortunately, as soon as you hit him once, Petey will take back into the skies. And here he's trying to go past the water wheel, but he's not going to be able to go far. And in fact, he's going to just do a U-turn. So he's actually just going to stick to this portion on the map that we're in currently. He's not going to go over to the other side where all the water is, over next to the big windmill. So luckily, you don't have to worry about going over to multiple parts of the area. But unfortunately for me, I didn't get to aim over Petey in time, so he got the throw up, and now he's back into the sky. If he does get the spit up goop, then he'll immediately go back into the air. Don't know if I can reach him from here. I can try. I cannot believe that worked. Doing an over-shoulder view attack from the sky was not my ideal way of hitting him, but hey, man, that works. That Pianta's having a hard time there. I don't think I would stand next to an active tornado, but you do you, sir. As we've seen there, I got to fill up Petey with some water, but not all of it collided, so now he's back to doing attacks. His stomach is a little filled up with water, so we can see it did make a difference, but now I gotta wait for him to do something other than tornadoes. Can you please stop doing tornadoes? Please. That's like the third in a row, man. I don't know why you won't do anything else. I thought I'm far enough away, but maybe not. Okay, now he's just being tornado happy. I'm just gonna get rid of some of these enemies for now while we wait for him, because they do have a chance of dropping a bottle of water. Grabbing one of these will refill F.L.U.D to maximum capacity, which is definitely what we want when we're near empty. What is with this tornado luck? Can he do anything else? Petey! You gonna do it again? That's what I thought. At this point, he's just kind of in this weird infinite loop. There you go. And there he goes. All right, well, that was an unfortunate miss. I saw a monster with a super king-sized noggin. It was huge. You mean the thing that's throwing up water right now? There's no way that thing was natural. And he also throws up a water bottle. What is this fight right now? I've never had this kind of... I don't know why I call this luck. I'm just gonna call shenanigans. Nothing in this fight's making any sense to me right now. I've never had a pattern like this. I'm gonna fly over here before he has a chance to leave. I know I can't use that yet. I'm not here for the nozzle. I'm here for Petey. Pay attention to him. He's about ready to upchuck. Fill him up with water. I thought he was ready to upchuck the water. I'm just kind of flabbergasted at this point. I guess it's making me more flustered. This is definitely a boss fight. Definitely one for the record book. Ground pound him, and that's hit number 2. Oh, man, I can't believe we still have hit number 3 left. Get back up in the air, Petey. Let's finish this fight. So he's flying over to the river section for the looks of things. Just gonna follow him over here as best as I can. Try to keep up with him on top of the buildings, as that will make our shots a little bit easier. To be able to hit him from here, and from the looks of things, that is definitely the case. Gonna land in the goop, even though it's probably not the best of my health. It doesn't really actually take away health, so it's not that big of a deal. Gonna shoot around some more tornadoes, get some stews around the area, take care of those little creatures, and fill Petey with some water. That's a much better attempt than hit number 2. So now, I'm just gonna go ahead and wait for the opening and ground pound him in the belly button. And with that, Petey has been defeated. Goodbye, Petey. This is in fact the last time we actually get to see him in the game, so no more Petey Piranha. Unless we come back to one of the previous missions. But with that, just like in episode 2, when Petey leaves, a Shine Sprite appears. Also death. Thank you. I appreciate the hit. This has been a very weird boss fight. I just want to leave. Let's never mention this to anyone ever again. Don't tell Peach. I'm surprised coming back in, I didn't see a 6th version of a goop plant takeover, because at this point, I just kind of expect it, but that is not the case. Instead, we head back into Bianco Hills. We can go into episode 6, The Secret of the Dirty Lake. And they weren't kidding, that lake is putrid. Like, what is all that? That's sludge from like a sewer system? That looks disgusting. Well, I mean, there's at least lily pads around it, so maybe we don't have to swim in the water. And wait, what? This water's fine? And that wood's doing a really good job at purifying the water. Didn't think wood was a natural purifier, but apparently it is. Go ahead and clean up this Pianta here and see what he has to say. Oh, you say me, thanks a bundle. Nothing new though, just the usual, hey, thank you. And that's it. So if we come over to here, the water's still clean. Up to a certain point, though, because remember how I said that wood's doing a good job at purifying? I don't understand how, because look at the wood again. It's not that solid. It's 3 sticks. Yet somehow, the water here isn't poison. You swim a little ahead, though, on the other hand. Yeah, this is poison, and it does damage, so you don't want to swim in the poison water. Be very careful about that said poison water. Here we can stand on this lily pad, which is just about dead, but if we use the F.L.U.D nozzle here and just spray water around the area, we can go ahead and use these lily pads. It's kind of like a makeshift boat. So you want to be very careful because as we can see, they don't last forever. But we can jump up here to the very top and we can just go over to where the windmill is instead, because from here, we can just barely make this jump, but a good triple jump or spin jump, and then going into our hover nozzle. And then here you go. There's a convenient set of logs here, letting us get to the very top of this said poison water stuff. But hey, look at this. This box is a hologram. This gray box we can actually interact with, and in here is the turbo nozzle. Press and hold in the ZR button to zoom, or in my case, the R button on the good old GameCube controller. Press and hold down the ZR to power up the turbo nozzle and do a super dash. Just like so. We're going oh. Okay, maybe we don't go that fast in poison, but underwater for some reason doesn't really hurt you. It drains your life based on your air, but we're not actually taking damage. So here we can hold down the turbo nozzle underwater, and as we can see, we move fast in the water. We have extreme speed. As soon as we get back out of the water, though, we start taking damage, so be very careful about the poison. But on the land, as we can see, we move very fast. This is the power of the turbo nozzle. It's a very, very fast moving ability, and you can even do spin jumps with this as well, which is something I'm going to be doing to get back over to where we were. So from here, I'm just going to line things up just right and spin jump away. There you go, made it back. So now at this point, if we don't die on the way in, we can get into our next secret area of the game. Unfortunately, we lose F.L.U.D, so that's kind of why I took that big old detour to kind of just mess around with our new nozzle, as we don't have an ability of using the said nozzle here. We don't have F.L.U.D, so we don't have turbo anymore. This area is a pretty big one. In fact, it's a lot of horizontal and then vertical platforming, so we want to be very careful here. These platforms will flip around on cycles, so blue ones will flip, and then the red ones will flip, and then it'll just keep on alternating between the two. Be very careful with my jumps here. If you go ahead and do a backflip and then do a dive immediately after, you get a lot, and I mean a lot of distance out of that. Here you're supposed to do a wall jump to get over to this block, but I could just make the jump by just doing a backflip and then diving right out of it. In fact, I'll do it right here and be able to make it over to the yellow section with no problem whatsoever. So that really helps. You know what doesn't help though? These cubes. These cubes are very nerve-wracking because if you just miss one step in one of these things, you either will slide right off to your death or you'll step off and then fall to your death. The collision in secret levels, not really the best, so you definitely want to be careful of your footing here. I'm going to be very careful in this section because, as we can see, plenty of death. So I'm going to use my fancy jumping ability here to just barely make a lot of these jumps. This technique I'm doing with the lunging, this isn't really intended, but it is a thing we can do thanks to the mechanics of Super Mario Sunshine. So there you go. That's another shine down, and I'll just go ahead and save you guys the trouble and meet you back in the secret with F.L.U.D. Alright, we're back here in the secret of episode 6, and I decided coming in here, I kept my good old hover nozzle because I really do not recommend going in this area with turbo. That's just a death sentence. So now we're going to go ahead and make our way through this area by collecting the 8 red coins this time. So, we know the drill at this point. We collect these coins on time limit. Doing so, we'll get ourselves a shine. And I'm just going to grab myself the one up here. And at this point, I'm actually just going to go ahead and just go all the way across the section using the power of the hover nozzle. Don't even need to ride the block this time, but unfortunately, we need to ride this one. There's no way we can skip this guy. We want to be very careful here as the coins in this section are a one and done deal. If you miss it while riding this block, then you're going to have to go all the way back down and wait for this block to go back up. It's not fun. And at that point, you might not have enough time to collect the remaining coins and finish the mission. So try to get them on your first try. If you don't, you're probably not going to be getting the shine. So we got our coins, so we still don't have to worry about that. But this one, I'm going to be doing my best to not grab this while we're using the hover nozzle. And it's because of a weird mechanic in this game where it could just interrupt your actions while a shine is spawning. So in that case, I could have fell to my death, and I don't want that to happen. But with 30 seconds to spare, we've got ourselves our shine of the secret. So with that, that's another shine down, making a total of 9. You Toads want to help or not? Mario gonna have to do all the work like always. So far, it looks like it. Want to head back into Bianco to go ahead and make our way to episode 7, Shadow Mario on the Loose. This episode, we can finally know who this faker is. This blue Mario is named Shadow Mario. And now that he's here, it's time for some revenge. This is for making me go to jail. Attack him with my power washing power. Keep on shooting him with F.L.U.D. And he's already down. That was fast. Ugh, I'll remember this. Yeah, Shadow Mario encounters in this game are kind of a joke. Because if you just keep on hitting with a constant string of water from F.L.U.D, he just doesn't stand a chance. So there you go. That's another shine down, and with that, we're actually going to end the episode on that note. Next time on Let's Play Super Mario Sunshine, we'll make our way back into Bianco Hills for one more mission, and then explore some new areas here in Isle Delfino. I'll see you guys next time.